Today I'm going to try to make some rice with this JBV-S10U. I'm going to use quick mode, which it's already set to, but if I want to, I can switch it over to plain, porridge, and so forth. Very first thing you'll want to do is you'll need to plug in your rice cooker. It's kind of obvious, but when it's unplugged, you can't do anything. And currently, this number over here is your current time. This is assuming you've already set your time. When it's blinking, it means that's the mode that it's in, and I can switch between modes using the menu button. You can see it's moved from quick to plain, plain to porridge, and now there's a timer. Quickly talk about this. This timer can be adjusted using the hour and minutes. It's a little confusing because hour will make it go up 5 minutes. Minutes will make it go down 5 minutes. So you can see I cook the porridge for 60 minutes, another 5 minutes, 65, or 70 minutes. And then I'd press start if I want to do it that way. And if I want to decrease, I use the minutes instead. And it decreases by 5 minutes. So again, this is a little strange, but hours make it go up 5 minutes. Minutes goes down 5 minutes. Let me go to the next one, which is mixed sweet rice. This is nothing to do with the time left. It is just the current time. So when it's on quick, plain, mixed sweet, it's just showing you the current time. Brown is showing you the current time. Multigrain. Slow cook, you can adjust the slow cook time. Again, hours for 5 minutes above, minutes for 5 minutes below. So I could add 10 minutes or I could decrease 10 minutes just using these two buttons. At any time, if you make a mistake, you can press and hold the cancel button and it'll erase things if you accidentally start it. But let me go to Steam. Again, Steam, you can adjust the time using the hours or minutes. Finally, I'm back to quick. So it goes through all of these different options, then plays back. One thing I'm going to quickly, briefly touch upon is the timer button. There's some options that have timer buttons and some options that don't. Again, this is a little confusing. Quick does have a timer option. So what does that timer option do? It has two timers, okay? I'm just going to talk about the quick mode. In the quick mode, there's two timers where you can set the completion time. Now, when I say time, this is confusing. It's talking about the actual time. So right now it's 2 o'clock. If I want to finish cooking quickly for rice, I can set it to finish at 3 p.m. Strange, right? So you don't know when it's going to turn on. It's just going to turn on by itself and somehow finish at 3 p.m. Supposedly. That's what I read in the manual. I haven't tried it yet. So that'll be a different video. So for today, I'm going to make some quick rice. And it's going to take around 30 minutes. I'm going to just do three cups of rice over here. Your standard 3 cups. So again, I'm moving it over to quick. I could use the timer. These hours and minutes don't do anything. This just adjusts the time, which I messed up. The time was 2:09. When it shows this icon, this means you're setting a time. So the time is actually 2:10. I'm going to press menu and it brings me back to the mode. So that was a little frustrating. So if you accidentally press the hours and minutes when you shouldn't, it might change the time. And so when you see that little clock over there, it means you're setting the time, I think. Okay, back to... Took me all this time just to get to here. Ready to make rice at quick mode. That'll take about 30 minutes. You can't set how long it takes, but you can set when it completes using the timer button, but we're not going to do that today. We're just going to make normal rice. So all I have to do is get my rice ready over here, put it in, and then close and press start, and that's it. And I'll show you what lights show up. So this is going to be boring 30 seconds right now. Using the included cup, I'm going to add the rice. Three cups. Next, I'm washing my rice. You don't really need to see this, but fill it up, mix it around, pour out the rice so it takes out the bleach and whatever dirt's in there. You don't need to see this. And then, depending on which rice you're using, there's plain, there's brown, there's sweet. I'm using plain rice, so I want to fill the line all the way up to the 3-cup indicator. So how many cups of rice you added is the number you need to go up to. So I need to go up to the 3 line, and which is the case I'm going to do one last time. So it's essentially at the 3 line right now, and I'm good to go. I need to dry out the bottom over here, make sure there's no water in the bottom of this, and I'm good to go. So it's pretty straightforward. Put in the rice from the rice maker. That's been entered into the rice maker with the water, which I'm doing over here. Close it. Now this is the fun part. It's 2:17 military time. Take about 30 minutes to make. And it's blinking on quick mode, meaning it's on quick mode. All you have to do is press the start button and it turns amber red. That means it's running, and it's going to run for the next 30-something minutes. Had I run and said plain mode, it'll run at least probably 45, 50 minutes. So an extra 15 to 20 minutes to cook the rice. So how do you know when it's done? It's going to let you know a few minutes before it's done. This time will change from the current time, and it'll instead display minutes left. It'll go like 3 min or something. I always forget this. But besides that, you'll know when it's done when it goes from this start red, and it'll automatically switch to keep warm. And so this will turn orange. This light will turn orange, and this light will turn off. At any time while you're cooking, if you decide you messed something up, you can always cancel, and this is the cancel button over here. So that's something good to know when you're adjusting time or whatever. You can press the cancel button. For the most part, the cancel will cancel it. So I'm going to show you right now. Let's say, oh no, I didn't want to cook this. I need to stop it. If you unplug it, it will stop it. But that's kind of drastic. And then it'll start again when you plug it back in. You'll need to just press the cancel button, and it'll cancel everything. So I just want to let you know that. So again, this thing here doesn't tell you when it's going to finish until a few minutes before it's going to finish. So it's very unfortunate. But most rice cookers don't tell you when it's going to finish anyways. Like on the traditional rice cookers, usually it just flips from cooking to warm. And so this is nothing different. This will go red, turn off, and then this will turn orange, and that's it. So I'll let it go, and hopefully we'll see the message. You can see that finally shows ready in 2 minutes. You can see it's done now, and it'll just keep it on warm for the next, whenever you turn it off. We'll let it sit for a minute or two, and what you should always do once the rice cooks after a few minutes is just to stir it around so the rice doesn't stick so much. So we'll come back in a few minutes. I lost track of time, but after a few minutes you should open up your rice, take your spatula, and mix the rice, and then you're ready to serve it. It's always good to mix the rice, that way it doesn't stick. And that, putting this onto the spatula holder over here, and that's a wrap. The manual mentions turning off when you're done, so it's currently at warm, so if you want you can press it and it'll turn everything off, and you can unplug it over here. That's it.